Hello and welcome to the January-February 2014 revision of the Skyrim Ultimate Graphics tutorial for high-end PCs. If you came here redirected by the old tutorials, or if you want to start over all from scratch, then this is the most up-to-date tutorial video. The reason I made this first revision video is because of all the changes that happened lately. I mean, like a week after I created the videos, a new ENB was released. So the ENB version used in the tutorial videos was an old ENB version already. And on top of that, I also discovered that some of the texture mods had some big updates as well. Also, some additional files or patches have been added by some of the mods. And another confusing thing was that SkyrimTuner also moved some mods from the recommended mods section. This was because some of the mods had some better textures already. So due to all the changes and the questions I got from you guys, I had to update my video tutorials. This time I however combined video part 2 and video part 3. The problem was that video part 2 and 3 were also pretty long. Altogether combined there were almost an hour of video tutorial. Since I want to handle all these steps in this video, I will explain the installation steps a little bit faster. Instead of speeding up the installation and download times, in this video I just cut them completely out. So don't worry if it takes a bit longer on your computer, that's normal. If it goes a little bit too fast for you, then just pause or rewind the video. A new feature of my video tutorial is when you see this warning sign. It means it's a critical step and you have to pay attention you do it correctly. Else it could cause your Skyrim to crash to your desktop or cause some other errors. Alright, well, this tutorial requires that you have seen part 1, the preparations part. If you haven't, make sure to check the video description to get to part 1. It is important you see that first. Well, alright, no time to waste, let's go to the first step. The first step is downloading the Nexus mod manager. To go there, go to the RealVision ENB page and at the top of the screen click on Install Nexus mod manager. Here you can download the install file and save it somewhere you like. Install it anywhere you like as well. I already have it installed, so. Go back to the RealVision ENB page. And we are going to install our first mod, the Ruins Clutter Improvement mod. Always open up the mod in a new tab, so you get a better overview of your mod management. Click on Download Manual and download the Nexus Mod Manager version manually. Unfortunately, even with the new Nexus Mod Manager, downloading directly with the manager still is a little bit slow for me. That is why I will still download it manually. Once the mod has been downloaded, go to your Nexus Mod Manager, click on Add Mod from File. Go to your Skyrim Save Mods folder and let's add our first mod to the Nexus Mod Manager. Once a mod has been added, always make sure you activate the mod, else it's just added but not activated. Just select Install Everything and click on Finish. Our first mod has now been installed. Now go back, go to the RealVision ENB page and open up Cinematic Fire Effects up in a new tab. Then click on Downloads and just download the Cinematic Fire Effects 2. Save it manually and download it into your Skyrim Save Mod folder. Once it has been downloaded, go to your Nexus Mod Manager, add the mod from file and select the Cinematic Fire Effects. Make sure to activate it as well, of course. The next mod had a big update meanwhile. Go back to your RealVision ENB page and open up the Static Mesh Improvement mod in a new tab. Then go to Download Manual and download the Static Mesh Improvement mod version 1.61. Save it into your Skyrim mod folder and wait for it to be downloaded. It's quite a big file. Once it has finished downloaded, just add the mod from file and select the Static Mesh Improvement mod. It may take a while before the mod has been processed by the Nexus Mod Manager, just be patient. And once it has been processed, just click on it and activate it. It will also take a while, but once it's finished it will pop up with the following options. Now we do want to install everything, but make sure you select the right checkbox. I have the Dragonborn DLC, so I select the version with Dragonborn. If you do not have Dragonborn, make sure you select the option to install without Dragonborn. Oh, just for your info, if you maybe have purchased the Skyrim Legendary Edition, it contains all DLC. Once the file replacement checkbox pops up, make sure you select yes to all. It will now replace your original files. And once it is finished, your Static Mesh Improvement mod has now been installed. Another big mod is the Skyrim 2K AD Texture Pack. Open it up in a new tab, and this mod also had some updates. Actually the 1.7 dev version has started, which is great news. Anyway, scroll up and click on Download Manual, and now you have to download this full 5 packages, so do not choose the light one, choose the full version. Make sure you download Dungeons, Landscape, Misk, Downs and Riften. Save them all to your Skyrim mod folder. It are big texture packs, so it may take a while before they are all downloaded. Just be patient. Once all the packs have been downloaded, go to your Nexus mod manager at the mod from file and select the first package. Once it has been processed and added, just click on it to activate the first texture mod. It will also ask to replace some of the files. Select yes to all. And after a while, your first 2K HD texture pack should be activated. Select the next one and add it into your Nexus mod manager. Also activated, but when this checkbox comes up, select no to install the mod normally. Do not select yes, else it will replace your first 2K HD mod and it will not install the additional textures. This is something different from the normal overwriting of files. Don't get confused by it. So 2 out of 5 2K HD texture mods. Select the third one and add it into your Nexus mod manager. Once it has been added and processed, just activate it and select no on the same way again. In the end, all of the 5 packages should have the green check mark. So when it's asking to overwrite files, select yes to all. Again, do not confuse this with the mod replacing option. Alright, select the fourth texture pack, and once it is added into your Nexus mod manager, just activate it. Again, make sure you select no to install them normally. Once it has been activated, you can select the last part of the 2K HD texture pack. Add it into your Nexus mod manager. Wait for it to be processed and add it, and then just click on activate. Make sure you select no for the last time to install it normally. And once it has been finished, all the 5 texture packs should have the green check mark. Then go back to the RealVision ENB page and open up in a new tab the Vivid Landscapes, Dungeons and Ruins edition. Once it has opened, click on Download Manual and select the Dungeons and Ruins for ENB 2K version, so the 2048 version. Download it manually and save it into your Skyrim mod folder. It's a relatively small mod, so once it is finished downloading, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file and select the Vivid Landscapes, Dungeons and Ruins mod. Wait for it to be processed, and once it is processed, click on it and just activate it. When the file replacement checkbox comes, just select yes to all to overwrite all the files. And once the mod has been activated, go back to the page and scroll down to install an additional patch file, the Static Mesh Improvement Mod Compatibility patch. Also download it manually and save it into your Skyrim mod folder. Once the patch file has been downloaded, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file and select the patch file. On the patch file, we also want to select no to install it normally. Don't select yes, else the patch file will not work properly and may crash your game. Do select yes to all to overwrite all the files. This is the only way to properly install a patch file. Once you're finished, go back to the RealVision ENB page and open up the Vivid Landscapes Volcanic Area in a new tab. Click on Download Manual and download the 2K version. Download it manually and save it into your Skyrim mod folder. Once it is finished, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file and select the Vivid Landscapes Volcanic Area mod. Once it has been processed, click on it and just activate it. Make sure to select yes to all to replace all the files. Once you are finished, go back to the RealVision ENB page and from the Oblivion series open up Caves and Mines. From the download page, select the 2K version. Download it manually and save it into your Skyrim mod folder. Once it has finished downloading, go back to your Nexus mod manager and select the Oblivion Caves and Mines mod. Add it to your Nexus mod manager and wait for it to be processed. Then click on the mod and activate it. Also, when it's asking to overwrite files, select yes to all. The next mod we are going to install is called Detailed Rugs. Go back to the RealVision ENB page and open up Detailed Rugs in a new tab. After that, click on Download Manual and download the main file. Save it to your Skyrim mod folder, and once it finished downloading, click on the Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file and select the Detailed Rugs mod. Once it has been processed, click on it to activate it. Wait for it for the checkbox to overwrite all files, select yes to all, and the mod has been activated. The next mod is a pretty important one, the Skyrim Floor Overhaul. Since it is a core file, it's a pretty important one. Open it up in a new tab. And once you are there, click on Download Manual. Scroll down and download the regular edition to get the normal basic version. Save the mod in your Skyrim mod folder. And once it has finished downloading, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file, and add the Skyrim Flora overhaul into your Nexus mod manager. Activate the mod. And once it is asking to overwrite the files, of course select yes to all. And now the Skyrim Flora overhaul mod is activated. Once you are finished, go back to the RealVision ENB page and open up Lush Trees and Grass in a new tab. This mod is a pretty heavy performance mod. I didn't install it in the last video tutorial, but for now I would like to give it a shot. This because the video tutorials are for high-end PCs. Anyway, download it manually and download the only main file. Save it into your Skyrim mod folder. Once the mod has finished downloading, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file, and select the Lush Trees and Grass mod. I accidentally downloaded the mod twice, but you should only have one mod. Once the mod has been processed, click on the mod and activate it. Now select the following options. From these options, just select Lush Trees, and from the Lush Grass section, just select Lush Grass. Of course, overwrite all the files. And your mod should be activated. Go back to the RealVision ENB page and open up the mod Grass and Steroids in a new tab. Once you open it, go to Downloads Manual and download this version for the Skyrim Flora overhaul. It's the only version that requires the Skyrim Flora overhaul, so we want that one. Once the mod has been downloaded, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file, and add the Grass and Steroids mod. Once the mod has been processed, of course don't forget to activate it. The next mod is also a grass mod. Go back to the RealVision ENB page, open up Natural Grass Texture Floor, click on Download Manual and download the only downloadable file. Save the file in your Skyrim mod folder. Once the mod has been downloaded, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file, and select the Natural Grass Texture Floor. It's a pretty small mod, so just click on it, activate it, and select yes to all to overwrite all the files. Go back to the RealVision ENB page and open up Trees HD Skyrim Variation in a new tab. Once the page has been opened, click on Download Manual and download the 4K resolution texture pack. Download it manually, save it into your Skyrim mod folder, and once the mod has been downloaded, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file, and select the Trees HD Skyrim Variation mod. Wait for it to be processed, and once it is processed, click on it, activate it, and select yes to all to overwrite all the necessary files. Once it is finished, go back to the RealVision ENB page and in a new tab open up High Definition IV. Once the page has loaded, click on Download Manual and download the original green version. Download it manually and save it into your Skyrim mod folder. Once the mod has been downloaded, go to the Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file, select the High Definition IV mod and activate it. Once you're finished, go back to the RealVision ENB page and open up Pure Waters in a new tab. This is a great water mod. Click on Download Manual, and here be very careful what you download. If you do not have any expansion pack, you should download the vanilla version. If you have the Legendary Edition or you just own Dragonborn and Dungard, go for the Legendary version of Pure Waters. If you do not have the DLCs, make sure you download only the vanilla version, else it could cause some crashes. The installation procedures should be the same, so don't worry. I do have both DLCs, so I have to download the Legendary Edition. Save the version you need to have into your Skyrim mod folder, and once the mod has finished downloading, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file, and select the Pure Waters mod. Once it has been processed, click on it and activate it. Go back to the RealVision ENB page and open up Skyfalls and Skymails in a new tab. Click on Download Manual and download the Skyfalls plus Skymails Total Edition No False Car. Once the mod has been downloaded, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file and select the downloaded mod. Once the file has been processed, click on it to activate it. Once you're finished, go back to the RealVision ENB page and open up Vivid Landscapes, Rocking Stones and Mountains Parallax in a new tab. Click on Download Manual and download the 2K Brownish edition. Save it into your Skyrim mod folder. Once the downloading has been finished, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file, select the Rocking Stones and Mountains and activate it. When it's asking to overwrite, of course, select yes to all, and your mod has now been activated. Once you're finished downloading, go back to the RealVision ENB page and open up Vivid Landscapes, Cliffs and Creeks up in a new tab. Click on Download Manual and download the Cliffs and Creeks 2K version for ENB. Save the file in your Skyrim mod folder and wait for it to be downloaded. And once your mod has been downloaded, go to the Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file and select the Cliffs and Creeks mod. Activate it, and when it's asking to overwrite the files, make sure you select yes to all. Once you have finished also these, go back to the RealVision ENB page and in a new tab open up Moss Rocks. Once the page has opened, click on Download Manual and download the latest version of Moss Rocks manually. Save it into your Skyrim mod folder. Once the mod has finished downloading, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file and select the Moss Rocks mod. Once the mod has been processed, click on it and activate it. Now make sure you select the Static Mesh Improvement mod version. If you picked the wrong version, it might crash. Click on Finish and your mod is now activated. Now go back to the Moss Rocks page and select the 4K textures. Download it manually and save it in your Skyrim mod folder. Once you've finished downloading, go back to the Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file and select the 4K texture pack from Moss Rocks. Activate it and make sure you select no to install it normally. And you now have the 4K textures for the Moss Rocks. Once you've finished downloading, go back to the RealVision ENB page and open up Tundra Moss Revised in a new tab. Once the page has opened, click on Download Manual and download the Tundra Moss Revised Yellow 1024. Save the mod in your Skyrim mod folder. It's a pretty small mod, so once you've finished downloading, go to your Nexus mod manager, click on Add the mod from file and select the Tundra Moss Revised edition. Once it has been processed, click on it to activate it and of course select yes to all. Then go back to the page and download the Parallax map for ENB. Save it manually into your Skyrim mod folder. Once you have downloaded the update, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the update from file, and once it has been processed, click on it to activate it. And once it's asking how to install, select no to install normally and select yes to all to overwrite all the files. Once you are finished, go back to the RealVision ENB page and open up one of the last mods. Open up Dust Effects in a new tab. Once you have opened the page, click on Download Manual and select the Dust Effects version 1. Download the mod and save it in your Skyrim mod folder. It is pretty small, so go to your Nexus mod manager and once it is downloaded, click on it and activate it. Now we have just one mod remaining for the recommended files. So go to the RealVision ENB page and open up the last mod from the recommended mods, Realistic Smoke and Embers, up in a new tab. Click on Download and download the RSE High 1.4 version. Save it into your Skyrim mod folder. Realistic Smoke and Embers is a pretty small mod as well, so go to your Nexus mod manager and add the mod from file. And once it has been processed, click on it and activate it. And of course select yes to all. And now all the recommended mods have been activated. We will now continue to the part where we will install the essential mods and the RealVision ENB itself, but also do the required tweaking. Make sure to check you do everything correctly from now on. Most of the crashes to the desktop happen in this area. If you're not sure you follow the steps correctly, just pause the video or rewind it. Go back to the RealVision ENB page where we will go and install our first essential mod. Open up the Climbers with Tamriel in a new tab. Click on Download Manual and download the latest Nexus mod manager compatible version. Download it manually and save it to your Skyrim mod folder. Once it has been downloaded, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file and select the Climbers with Tamriel mod and add it to your Nexus mod manager. Once the mod has been added, activate it and now you have a screen where you can select the following options. Leave it all on default and click on Finish. The Climbers with Tamriel mod is now being installed. And once the mod has been successfully activated, go back to the Climates of Tamriel page, scroll down, and now we are going to install the Dungard and Dragonborn patches. Only install these patches if you have Dungard or Dragonborn or the Legendary Skyrim edition. Else do not install these patches. Download these two patches and save them to your Skyrim mod folder. So the Dungard and the Dragonborn patch. And once you have downloaded the two patches, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the first patch from file, the Dungard patch, edit it into your Nexus mod manager, click on activate the mod, and make sure you select no to install it normally. After that, make sure you do the same to the Dragonborn patch, click on it to add it to your Nexus mod manager, activate it, and select no to install it normally. We now have installed the Climates of Tamriel. Go back to the RealVision ENB page and open up the Supreme Storms in a new tab. Once the Supreme Storms tab has been opened, click on Download Manual and download the Supreme Storms for Climates of Tamriel manually. Save it into your Skyrim mod folder. Once it has finished downloading, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file, select Supreme Storms patch file and activate it. And the Supreme Storms patch has now been activated. Once you've activated the patch file, go back to the RealVision ENB page and in a new tab open up the Climates of Tamriel weather patch. This is a new all-in-one weather patch for the Climates of Tamriel. Anyway, click on Download Manual and download the Climates of Tamriel weather patch. Do not download the Serenity ENB edition. This is for the Serenity ENB only, not for the RealVision ENB. Once it has been downloaded, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the Climates of Tamriel weather patch from file, click on it to activate it, and select the same options I have. Then click on Next and select the Supreme Storms Climates of Tamriel compatibility patch. And the weather patch has now been activated. Go back to the RealVision ENB page and open up the Realistic Lighting Overhaul in a new tab. Once the page has been opened, click on Download Manual. And from the file list, make sure you download the Nexus Mod Manager compatible mod file. Download it manually and save it into your Skyrim mod folder. Once the Realistic Lighting Overhaul has finished downloading, go to your Nexus Mod Manager, add the mod from file, and select the Realistic Lighting Overhaul mod. Click on it to activate it, and now you get the following options screen. Now select the same options I select. Click on Finish and the Realistic Lighting Overhaul mod has now been activated. Alright, it is time to install the ENB itself together with the RealVision ENB. Go back to the RealVision ENB page and scroll down until you get to the RealVision ENB files. We are going to install the ENB core files. Open up the ENB archives in a new tab. Download the latest 2.4.5 version of the ENB and save it to your desktop since it is only going to be a temporary file. And once the ENB has been downloaded, go to your desktop and extract all the files. You then can delete the archive file since we're not going to use it anymore. Then go to the ENB folder, go to the wrapper version, and copy from this folder d3d9.dll and enbhost.exe. Only copy these two files, do not copy everything. Then go to your Skyrim game folder and paste the two files in it. These are the only two core ENB files that we are going to need. Once you're done that, go back to the RealVision ENB page, and now we are going to download the RealVision ENB itself. So open up the RealVision ENB page itself, click on Download Manual, and download the RealVision installer manually and save it into your Skyrim mod folder. You might expect that the RealVision ENB is a big file, but it's actually a pretty small file. Save it also into your Skyrim mod folder. Once it has been downloaded, go to your Nexus mod manager, click on Add Mod from File, and select the RealVision ENB file itself. Once it has been processed, click on it to activate it. Once the options menu pops up, select option A full, then click on Next. Select the Realistic Sun and the two optional patch files. On the closing screen you can read that we still have to install a script file. Anyway, click on Finish, and now the RealVision ENB has to overwrite some of the files. Make sure you select Yes to all. Once you did, the mod has been activated, and now go to your Skyrim game folder, then go to Data, and then go to the RealVision ENB file. From there, make sure you select the Nexus Mod Manager install script, and you now should get the message that the RealVision ENB has been successfully activated. We have to make sure we disable our anti-aliasing and our anisotrophic filtering as well. To do this, you have to first start Skyrim and make sure you get to the options screen. So go to your Steam library, start it up and select the options screen. and from there make sure anti-aliasing and anisotrophic filtering has been disabled. In the advanced options, make sure FXAA has been disabled as well. You can leave all your view distances to maximum. Also make sure you have it disabled into your NVIDIA control panel or your AMD Catalyst Center. Normally it should have been deactivated already because you disabled it also in your Skyrim options screen. Unfortunately I can't show it properly to you guys because my NVIDIA control panel is in Dutch. To get these screenshots from the English version, go to the RealVision ENB page, and when you scroll down they should be there somewhere. Alright, one of the last tabs is to get the custom ini files from US. So go to the RealVision ENB page, open up US hide ini files in a new tab, click on download manual, download the ENB version of its ini files. You can also save these ini files to your desktop because they're only temporary. Once the ini files have been downloaded, go to your desktop and extract the ini files to a new folder. You can delete the archive and the old ENB archive because we don't need them anymore. Now go to your Skyrim Press folder, create a new folder in this folder and name it something like backup old files. Copy your original files in this folder so you have a backup of these files. It's not necessary, but I advise you to do it. Anyway, go to your downloaded ini files, copy them and go back to your Skyrim Press folder. Paste the two downloaded ini files into your Skyrim Press folder and replace them with the original ones. Now we still have to do some required ini tweaking. Now open up your Skyrim.ini and search for the following lines. First search for language, and here you can change your language if you play Skyrim in a different language than English, else just leave it to English. For the next line, search for grass and search for it until you get the mini grass size. There is also a commentary line behind it. You can change this to 75. However, if you have any problems in the grassy areas in Skyrim, I would recommend you to increase the value. Now save your Skyrim.ini and open up your Skyrim Prefs.ini. Here we also have to do some ini tweaking. Now search for display so you get the column display options. If you check on the RealVision ENB page, you can see which lines have to be edited. The first line is going to be F gamma. Change the value to 1.2400. Once you did that, you can scroll down into your Skyrim Prefs.ini until you see the resolution size. If you play in Full HD, then just leave these values. If you play on a different resolution, then make sure you edit those lines. Next you have to fill in your graphics card. I have a GTX 670. Change it into the video card that you have. And the last line that we have to edit, search for gameplay, and here edit the value to the difficulty that you play Skyrim in. I just leave it to adept. Once you're done, make sure you double check your values and make sure you save the file. Alright, well, this actually was all the graphical modding. I would like to inform you to not start Skyrim with the Skyrim launcher. The reason for this, and especially if you're using the options menu, that it will replace your ini files. A correct way to start Skyrim would be with the Skyrim script extender. And while you're installing that, I would strongly recommend you using SkyUI. SkyUI makes Skyrim way better playable. To install SkyUI and the Skyrim script extender, go to the RealVision ENB page, scroll all the way down to the optional mods, and here you will find SkyUI. Open the page up, and once the page has loaded, scroll all the way down until you see the Skyrim script extender, and just click on it to follow the download link. Once the page has been opened, click on it and you will see a couple of options. Just click on the installer and just save it onto your desktop. It is only an installer. Once it has been downloaded, click on it and just click next and install all the files. The Skyrim script extender has now been downloaded. Then go back to the SkyUI page, click on download manual and download the SkyUI latest version. Download it manually and save it into your Skyrim mod folder. Once SkyUI has downloaded, go to your Nexus mod manager, add the mod from file and select SkyUI. Once it has been downloaded, just click on it and activate this mod for the last time. We now have installed all of the mods. Also, a new icon has now appeared on your desktop. It's called Skyrim with the SKSE letters. Please start Skyrim from now on with this shortcut. If you launch Skyrim with the Nexus mod manager, you will get some errors and SkyUI does not work properly. Just one last thing, people ask me if I could put up a screenshot of my load order in the videos. So sure, no problem. From now on, if there are any major updates in the RealVision ENB installation procedures or any of the essential mods, I'll try to make a newer version as well. there is only one last thing remaining. That is that I have to say thank you for watching my video.